Hello and welcome to Furryearsworld, where we are back in Stoneblock 3 land. Please ignore that noise. That noise was not relevant to anything in particular. It's because my streaming computer does these things, and it's recording for me. It's the way we do technology and stuff. We're back. This is just grinding, just doing the Lord's work for us. Our hammer is nearly broken. We have an inventory that's not great. It's not terrible. Let's make another box. Because we can. Should be fairly straightforward. And that's going to be the tools box, where we're just going to dump tools that we're not currently using. And that can go in there, I suspect. Nice. You can have the hoe. And you're also going to take the coal for me as well. That's a thing that you're going to do. We have things that's done now. So right click on that should deliver me more coal. Nice. More iron and more... Oh, we are on fire with the iron and the zinc. Look at that. We need to... Well, for starters, I think we need to think about building basically a create power station. Just bank of water wheels, driving a shaft, gives us lots of torque, and then bring a shaft. I'm thinking build it below us and then build a shaft upwards, and then we could use that shaft to do whatever we want, do our bidding. Create takes a lot of space. Create does take a lot of space. I've never really done create before, but I've seen it done. So, yeah, that's going to be a bit of a mess. But we're okay. We're okay. We're not in a bad way. We've got 7 iron, 17 zinc. We're doing all right. We're doing all right for resources. Now that we've got this thing doing the do, I'm happy. I'm in a good place. The hammer is debatable, but let's have a look at the quest book. Let's see what that's telling us to do, because that's the important thing. We're still on getting started. We've got the seeds now. We got our seed reward, which is nice. That feels good. That was the end of that chain. We got a bucket of water. For that we got personal shrinking device, excellent. No idea whatsoever. We got some machine options here, which are going to be good. They are going to be good. Thermal expansion machines are always fun, and we got coal, so we can crack on with that. Ooh, there's a lot here, isn't there? Create gave me the water wheel, which we've done. Nice. Mechanical press, mechanical mixer, alternator, steam engine. Steam engine sounds fun. Again, coal, useful kind of thing. Make a steam engine, make an alternator, make a mechanical mixer, mechanical press. I don't know what that does. Mechanical mixer. Yeah, I don't know what either of these things do right now, but we will get to that point, hopefully. We're going to carry on with getting started. Up here we've got the cobble generator, which is going to be a big win for us. It is going to be distracting, though, because it is going to push us away. Crushing wheel, that's where I think we want to be. What's the path to crushing wheel? Wash you hand, make an encased fan. Okay. W ponder the encased fan. Show me this. What does this do? Just blows stuff. Okay. We could create an air current. What is this? This is a switched gearbox. Okay. The more rotational speed you put into it, the faster the fan goes. Gotcha. So that's probably going to be a critical component at some point, but right now, not so much. So that's what it wants us to do. Did we get more wheat seeds? We did, and we got carrots. Carrots are good because you don't need to cook them off. You don't need to go down the cook-off route with the carrots, so let's just plant this lot. And that's going to, basically keep us alive, hopefully. Hopefully alive is where we're going to stay, because I don't want to go not alive. Energy upgrade. You can go with the chod box. No, you're not chod. Chod box, and that can go with the chod box too. Where's all the other chod? That, that. I think that's basically all the... Oh no, that as well. All the chod. We'll have the nature box separate. We got 2 ender chests now. This is good. This is good. This is good. I'm happy. So that's chod. Reward chod that might come in useful at some point. We could probably leverage the chod against the needs of ourselves. Put the iron in there and grab some coal from the box there. And you might as well have all that coal for now. You might. You can have all the zinc. So yeah, we want to push on, so we want to make that enclosed fan, don't we? We're not going to use it straight off the bat, but it'll get us to the grinding wheels, and the grinding wheels I think are the big ones. That's the big win. Because I think that's going to turn our cobblestone into... not cobblestone. Gravel, that's the one. So we need to go at create, and it's the encased fan, that one. So it is a propeller, an andesite casing, and a shaft. Okay, the propeller is iron sheets. Oh. Iron sheets are made with a hammer, an engineer's hammer. Okay, we can do that. There's probably a machine that will do that for us, but we can do that with the engineer's hammer. Let's get the engineer's hammer on board. I'm hoping this isn't string. Engineer's hammer, that one. It is string. Excellent, we need string. Where are we going to get string from? Is there a way to make string? Is that a thing we can do? Flax. Industrial hemp fibers. Have we got any beetroot seeds? We haven't got any industrial hemp seeds yet. And we have no hemp. So, I guess that's the big push. We go for industrial hemp seeds. Which means we're going to need another smacking hammer. Which is fine. We can make another smacking hammer with the cobblestone we don't have. We've got plenty of cobblestone. Do not stress. We have plenty of cobblestone. Let's get a couple more of them. And bonk, bonk, and bonk, bonk, bonk. Boop, 2 hammers. Just like that. And then we're going to use the rest of the cobble to grind down into dirt, I'm guessing. Which I think is 1 step after gravel. Okay, and then boop. And then we do the same thing with the gravel. And this time we're not going to grind the gravel. We got sufficient resources right now to avoid grinding gravel. There we go, and boop. Nice, there's the dirt. So we need to crook that dirt, which we will do over here. We probably should do something similar to, you know, get the farm up and running reliably. Why we bought it over here, I don't know. We could have just done this over there. Ooh, we don't want that. We don't want anything that's going to imply a connection between our farm and the dirt we're working on, because then badness will happen, and we don't want all the badness. Okay, good. Crook that. Did we get any industrial hemp seeds in that lot? We got more seeds. That's okay. You can have grass seed. That. Kind of hoping we get some industrial hemp seeds along the way here, but I'm suspecting we won't. Beetroot seeds. Yeah, industrial hemp seeds ain't coming, is it? I'm wondering what we have to smash to get industrial hemp seeds. We could do that again and see whether we get it this time. Maybe we need to look at getting the cobblestone generator, because we are going to run out of cobblestone. Despite the fact we're completely surrounded by it, we're going to run out of cobblestone. Let's have a look at the book. The bookie wook. The bookie wookie wookie wook book. Lava. A fire plow and a lava bucket. Okay. Fire plow. It's 2 sticks. Makes a fire plow. I don't know what a fire plow does. Okay, so let's try that then. Fire plow is that and that. And we have to use it on stone for some time. I don't know what that means, but we're going to try it. Nope, that's not the way. Okay. We got a bucket of lava. We got a bucket of lava. That was weird. That was weird. I'm not gonna lie. That was weird. We got a bucket of lava. We got a add-on tier. That's good. That's Mine Factory Reloaded, I think. Cobble Gen Tier 1 is kind of what we're after. So we want Cobble Gen Tier 1. That one. Which is 1 times compressed stone. 1 times compressed stone. Is that? Yeah, that's cooked stone. Okay. So we need a lot of cooked stone. That's okay. We can do that. You are going to give me the iron and cook some stone. Seems like a waste. It does seem like a waste cooking stone like that, but sometimes you have to do these things. What do we... Ooh, we've got a carrot, look. Look at that. Look at that. Do we want to make the farm, you know, embiggen the farm? Let's take that carrot, actually. Is there an empty hand right click here? No. Okay, cool. Okay, that didn't really help us out. Okay. That's all good. Let's think about where we're going to put our water wheel room. I think it's going to be down here somewhere. We will want to torch opposite this, there, just to put some light into this area. Because, you know, light in Minecraft doesn't always work the way you think it's going to. Or expect it to, or in any way sensibly. That's just the nature of the beast. So if we make a nice area in here, while we're cooking off that stone upstairs, because we need to make that cobble gen. And that cobble gen, oh, it needs glass as well, which means we need to cook off some sand. We have got some sand. We don't have to chase the sand. So down here will be basically our power station. Initially, water wheels will be the way into the mod for us. And then beyond that, I think we are plenty deep enough here. I'm just a little concerned that we're not going to be deep enough. And then we're going to drop down into this area. Like that. And I'm going to turn that auto step off, I think. I much prefer to have to jump rather than just step up a meter block. I can understand why they put it in. But it's nice that there's a toggle button to turn the damn thing off. Right, I don't know how big these water wheels are. I suspect they are a 3x3 block. That's my suspicion. Have we got any stairs? We do. Nice. Perfect. Let's get stairs so we don't have to do anything. We can just avoid doing literally anything. Big fan of that. Any apples? No, but we've got 2 potatoes. Let's hoof one of them down so we don't feel so sad. And let's build it. Can we build a big water wheel? Let's have a look. Big water wheel. Biggie water wheel. It's a small water wheel surrounded by wood. Okay, that makes sense. There's a sensibleness there. Any shafts? Yes. Because we're gonna need a couple of these bad boys. We're gonna go big on water wheel to start with, because it buys us time. We're out of wood. Okay. We might be doing some tree work at some point as well, because we're out of wood. Alright, we've got 2 of those, and then if we surround those with wood, we got 2 of those. We got 2 of the big ones. Good. And how big are the big uns? Where do we want these? It's a good question. It's a reasonable question. We need to fix the pickaxe. The fire plow confuses the holy Jesus out of me, so that's going in the tap box for now. We know where it is if we need it again. I just didn't understand the fire plow at all. Why? No. Just no. I just know. What do we want? 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 Pickaxe. 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 We've got plenty of gravel, flint in there at the moment. It won't last. Trust me. Trust me on this one. It won't last. How? That was unnecessary. See, that's what auto step up does for you. It has the power to break you like a small twig. Not a big fan of that. Not gonna lie. Not filling me with the joie de vivre. Right, so what we're going to do here, you might like this, you might not, is we're going to punch that out there, working on the premise that this is a 3x3 block. That was wrong. What we just did there was wrong, so we're going to do it here instead, and we're going to punch that out, like that. And then the water wheel goes... How big is this thing? Let's see how big this thing is. Okay, it's big. Yeah, that's a whopper. That's actually a whopper. That's okay. We can adjust accordingly because we have to. Lol. We need our water source to be above it, not halfway down the back. That's not going to work for us. That's just not going to work for us. So does that work? So it's not 3x3, so it'd be there, wouldn't it? It'd be centered there. I still don't think that's going to work. I think it needs to be one up from that. So that's even deeper. That's 2 deeper because it's still sticking into the ground down there. Okay, let's go 2 deeper here. I mean, it doesn't matter if it hits some blocks, but we don't want cock up. Okay, let's try that. So that was where we... So there. That should do the job. I think that should do the job. I don't know if everyone else is on board with my thinking there. And we're going to fill, basically, this chamber with water wheels. So, power. Do you know what I mean? That can... I don't know. I don't know if this is going to behave itself. We can find out. Let's throw some water at it and see what happens. We can always undo the water situation. Let's learn together. 1, 2, 3. Learning is good. 1, 2, 3. Bucket o' water. This could be awkward. I can't place that. Okay. Where there's a will, there's a way. There we go. Will that behave itself? It kind of does. Okay. So if we throw another bucket of water on that, we double the power output. Theoretically. Ow. Yeah, I definitely need to turn that auto step off. Okay, that's increased in speed. That has increased in speed. So we'd look to putting more wheels in here, by my reckoning. Kind of want to dig. I'm not happy with being stuck down here though. Kind of want to dig there and there. And then when we place the water, that water shouldn't do all this nonsense. In fact, we can probably... No, we don't want to do that because that's our cobble that we're working with. Oh, we've got plenty on us. That. So we can turn that water off. And it should behave itself. Do we have a place I can put the water for now? I might be able to build another water source, but not without a pickaxe. I can do it without a pickaxe. I can break it by hand, but I'm not going to. I'm going to be, you know, professional about this, as professional as Furry Ears can be. How are you doing? Nearly there. That's what we're waiting on. We're waiting on the cooking process. Sometimes things slow down. In Minecraft, yeah. So we're gonna break that, break that, and break that, and then we can put water there, and grab that one, and put water there. Then we have a permanent water source in here too. We wait for that to stop, all the water to go away. So that should just drop straight down there. One water. And 2 water. And now we shouldn't get water going everywhere. It should just go down into that shaft. It does. Perfect. Break and break. Nice. So we can add another water wheel to that. And then we've got a stack of 3. I think there's a limit to how high you can stack these things. But I think that's a pretty good start. The water wheel is rotationing as it was intended to do. Good. Good. Progress. Solid progress. How are you doing? 5 left. We're getting there. We are getting there. Let's make another water wheel if we can. We need more. Zinc nuggets, I think, is the way forward right now. All the nug-nugs. Get a lot of nug bang for your buck, don't you? You do get a lot of nug bang for your buck. And we make the andesite alloy nonsense. Don't want to go too ham. We don't want to run out of, you know, other resources. There's our shafts. Nice. What did we need for the wheel? Let's see. The water wheel is the shaft surrounded by the wood. Okay, we can do that. At a crafting table, of course. Of course at a crafting table. Because just right, one more water wheel. And then one bigger water wheel. Perfect. So we've got 3 stack of water wheels. That should be sufficient power in the early game to get us somewhere. I don't know. I've never done create myself. I've seen it done. Never done it. So if I throw water there, that should increase the speed again. It has done. Excellent. Where is our axle feed? There. So that kinda... What we want to do with that is basically step it up a bit. Get a bit of whiz about this thing. Not sure how to do that. We've not tried increasing rotational power. That's not something we've done. But it's something we need to think about. So we're gonna be messing with some gears here, I think. Do we want to come straight off that with a shaft? We can do this piecemeal, like, I think. We're going to run out of wood, though. We are going to run out of wood. Where's my axe? There. We'll just challenge the tree for a little bit, I think. Then we got more wood to play with. Because we are going at the wood kind of hard. We didn't resolve the string conundrum, which we do need to resolve. We do need to resolve the string conundrum. It's going to be unfortunate if we don't resolve the string conundrum. Nice. Because we need that engineer's hammer to make any kind of... Do we even need the engineer's hammer? We can... There is a machine. There is a create machine that will do the job for us. And it does steer us towards that machine. So maybe we don't need the engineer's hammer straight off the bat. How much wood's that giving us? 25. Let's go again. Let's go again. breaky breaky. Nice. Yeah, so if we look in the book, it did mention the... Not here. It did mention the... Under create... Mechanical press. So that might be the one that we need. That might rather than doing the hammer job, that might squash what we need. So I think we need to invest potentially in a create room that will give us what we need. How are you doing? Are you done? You are excellent. Chew on that then, and we can make probably not enough. Where is it? Stone. Whoop 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 whoop. Gets me 7 stone. That actually might be enough to do the cobble gen that we need to do. That might be enough. Let's make another furnace, because then we'll have 2 furnaces. And what's better than 1 furnace? That's right, 2 furnace. Where are you going to go? Do you want to go here? You probably do, don't you? You seem like you've got a impish nature, so that's where you're going to live. Can I have half your coal? That'd be lovely. It's my coal, really, but I'm going to be polite and say it's your coal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we get some glass. Just enough glass. Doing things the right way. Doesn't seem right, does it? Doesn't seem logical for Furryearsworld. And we want the cobblestone generator. Cobblestone generator. Tier 1, that one. We need a bucket of water. Is this going to use up my buckets? I'm going to be sad if this uses up my buckets. Because, you know, I've laboured long and hard for these buckets. Hopefully it will just empty them, but you never know with these things. There you go. It used them up. Right. What do we do with this then? Where are you going? You going in there for now? How do you eject? Oh, it's doing something. How do we get it out of there? Maybe a hopper is the answer to that question. Maybe the hopper, the magic of the hopper is the way forward. Compress stone, cobble. Let's just have an inventory tidy up moment, because it feels better than not having a tidy inventory. Make me a chest like that. In fact, we'll go with 2 chests because reasons, and then we'll turn one of those into a vanilla hopper by doing that. And then I think if we break this again, and hopefully it is a breakable block. Good. We put a chest there. We put the... Oh, we need to break in here. We can fix all this later. Where's that thing? It goes on the back of that, like so, and then we want the cobble gen above it. Yep, that's doing it. So that's just pulling cobblestone out of there into there. That's a source of cobblestone. Sorted. That's a good thing. That's progress. Let's get those carrots out of the ground. Just does that. I think those seeds turn into carrots, and then the carrots need to be harvested and progress that way. So we have got a source of cobblestone now. It's going slowly, but it's only a tier 1. That's fine. It'll keep up with our needs. And we've got a source of power down here, which we need to step up and get going good. And then we're going to think about, you know, grindstones and things. Save us using the hammer all the time. We're kind of consolidating at this point. We're kind of pushing for consolidation. We do need to eat another apple. And that will be the end of the episode. So, slow progress, but some critical machines. We've got this one that's a critical machine going. We've got some power being generated, which is going to help big time. We're going in the right direction. So, from Furryearsworld for now, we are going to go with a cheery old ta-ta.